what my focus always was in school is my home life was pretty hard and pretty messy. So school was the place where I tried to thrive and have a sense of control. And I feel like I coped with the trauma that I was dealing with at home by excelling at school. And so
That's
school
why
was
I
kind
didn't
of
sue you. That's why I didn't sue you. You were working harder than me. Computer, yeah. All right. All right. So we're live, and this is the first installment of Sag Nasty, if anybody asks me, class of 2000. I'm here with Mercedes, our first guest, and it's just really a pleasure to um, meet with you on here. Uh, for me, like I want to start the podcast with my memory of you. My first memory of you is strange, is that it's a picture. And that's perfect right there because that's what the picture is. Is this girl with this very big, huge smile. And that's all I always remember you as. Is always the girl with the very big smile. And that's kind of where I want to start the interview from is I was going to ask you, but I can see you live on the computer. Is that little girl from sixth grade? This is a sixth grade photo. Is she still
oh
smiling
wow.
with a big smile? And she is.
Yes, yes, she
She
is.
still is smiling. So that's great to see that because I think as I interview other people, you'll see maybe the smile is gone or maybe a smile came later in life and stuff like that. So it's great to see you smiling. So welcome. Um, Looking back
Thank
at that
you.
yearbook picture from sixth grade, who was that girl with the big, beautiful smile, in your opinion?
Oh, in
Do you
sixth
remember that
grade,
picture?
that was, I don't know.
Oh, cool. Even cooler.
You'll have to send it to me so I can see
Yeah.
which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh, Looking back on the sixth grade, I mean, the sixth grade actually specifically was a pretty tumultuous year for me
Wow.
as far as just like circumstantially, gosh, what happened? I broke my ankle. I was on crutches, hopping along,
I
at
seem
White
like I
Pine
remember that.
or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, campus. That was my first like big cast injury.
Uh-huh.
I lost my grandmother
Oh wow.
early in the fall, which was kind of my first big personal loss, like dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
grief in that capacity. Um, I was, just continuing to strive academically because that's what my focus always was in school is my home life was pretty hard and pretty
Mm-hmm.
messy. So school was the place where I tried to thrive and have a sense of control. And I feel like I coped with the trauma that I was dealing with at home by excelling at school. And so
That's
school
why
was
I
kind
didn't
of a
see you. That's why I didn't see you. You were working harder than me.
yeah, school was just it was like the safe place for me. It was a place where I felt like I had a sense of control. It was a
Wow.
place where I felt like I could actually impact what happened to me. Whereas, like, when I went home, I didn't feel like I had that control. So, school was very much like a bright place for me of hope, but really just academically, because socially, like, I had friends and I enjoyed kind of being friends with everybody, but I wouldn't say that I looked to my peers or my social life as the thing that gave me identity as
Mm.
much as trying to just be successful within myself. So, which is I
Interesting.
just think is a an interesting thing because at that
Yeah.
age, you're comparing yourself to your peers and you're looking at how to fit in and you're trying to figure out this, preteen and adolescent awkwardness and all of that. But I felt like when everyone else was navigating, going to parties and do I have sex? Do I do drugs? Do I drink? All that kind of stuff. All of that was such a non-issue for me because I was like, I don't want to do any of that because my life is already hard enough at home. Like I don't want to deal with any more stress from like peer pressure and any of
But
that.
some people
So
feel
I'm
like
just
it's an escape from that stress, no? Like I'll get drunk or
right.
I'll do
And
drugs and escape the stress. Why did
right.
you
And
get
I
that
feel like
bad
that
idea?
it yeah, it was very I took a different route because with the experiences that I had at home, I would have been textbook
Mm,
I
mm,
would have been textbook for, becoming promiscuous or abusing drugs or alcohol or running away or cutting or suicidal. All the stuff I was dealing with at home would have made me textbook for all of those other things that teens typically struggle with.
of
But for
course.
me, I grew up really fast, and so for me I was like I also observed people in my family having made mistakes with those kinds of choices that I was like, I don't want to be anything like that. I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to do any of that. So, like, for one example, promiscuity, sexual
Mm-hmm.
experience,
Mm-hmm.
no religion invoked at all. I was like, I'm celibate because I've watched too many of my cousins. My mom was a teen mom. I watched too many people in my personal life get pregnant in junior high and high school. And so I was like,
Wow.
yeah, that's not happening to me. And then I also had this kind of like racial stereotypical belief that I'm Mexican. So if the second I do it, I'm going to have a baby. Like there's just, that was just like a, that was just like a racial stereotype at the time that it just seemed like if you're Latina and you have sex once, like you're pregnant. Like that was just how I felt about it at the time. And so I was like, I don't know if that's what's all going on, but I'm not even gonna test the waters. I'm not even gonna go there.